Hey guys, it's Henry here. It's been a while. I haven't done any like videos and such around for the past couple of weeks. So ever since after I came back from MCM Birmingham, because I know it's because of the fact that I had to try and recover as well from that weekend. So it's kind of ridiculous. I want to thank. Before I'm going to start anything else for this video. I want to thank a few of my friends who supported my videos of like MCM Birmingham and such. And I really appreciate it and such. And then even in new people along the way. So I really appreciate that. Also for today, for this video, I'm going to be talking about my year has been for this year 2019. So yeah, my 2019 this year has been really interesting. I may as well explain to you guys for this year from this year of 2019 before this year ends, and then move on to the new chapter of 2020 coming up soon. So yeah, I'm really excited for 2020 for sure. But 2019 wise, it is an interesting year, and there was a few ups and downs along the way. There's a few. It wasn't. I would say this is like a quiet year for this year for me because this year has been a few interesting things in my life for this year. This year wasn't too bad. Um, I I would say the beginning of the year it was okay. It was because of the fact that I suffered a heavy illness from the very beginning. But it was back in February, so basically I started having this illness back in January first, and then somehow it was at beginning of, somewhere mid of January at that point in the beginning of the year. I've been somehow had a really bad illness, which I'm not going to explain because it's really quite personal. But the illness was quite rough. I was really ill at that point. During after the end of January, and then during mid of February I got worse. So I was like got sent to the hospital in that point. Um, and I was like a few months after I felt recovered quite well. So like a heavy speed recovery, I would say, because I thought it would be taking many months to get even not just many weeks but many months to recover from my heavy illness, which I'm not going to explain, guys, because it's quite personal. Um, so I managed to fight my way back up from the illness. So I thank all my friends who supported me from every social media and such, and then some of my families are helping me out along the way. So I really appreciate that for them. So which I thank them. And also the for cons wise, the cons that I went to was it Capital Sci-Fi. That was I went to that one. I know actually. First off, I went to CooperCon actually first. I went to CooperCon in Glasgow from Hilton Hotel. It was back. That was running the convention back then. So I went to that one. That was my first convention. I actually really enjoyed that one a lot. It was a 1 day convention, but I know it was a lot. I know it was a bit expensive and such, but it's just the way how the con runs and such, and the con was just really interesting. I mean, so I am diff. It's just the fact that how funny it was from the after party, and also the people that I met that were freaking lovely. There's some new folks I've never seen before, and there's a lot of people that I'm familiar faces with from people from down south. They came all the way up to Glasgow, so that was amazing. And also obviously meeting up with Scottish folks I've not seen in ages and such. You know what I mean, so there's so many good Final Fantasy cosplayers out there, and for Kingdom Hearts cosplayers out there as well. So it's pretty cool. Um, I cosplayed like obviously Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 because just a good kickoff start for it. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and it was a good laugh from it. So I remember that my friend David recorded me when I was on stage, and I noticed there was a lot, like there's a couple of crowds of different sections, pure shouting my name and such, and then I'm just like, oh man, I've lost my cool. So that was quite funny. But that was from the doing the cosplay masquerade, so I had to, so just for the fun of it. So, but yeah, it was a good it was a good the convention at that point. It was a good beginning of the year at that one. But I got to meet the five special guests as well, like three of them from Kingsglaive, and was it Robbie Damon who voices Prompto, and then Quentin Flynn voices Axel, which is quite cool. So I managed to meet them in person, or for autograph signs and getting a photo with them. So so I'm really happy with that. The after party was hilarious as well. So it is expensive, the alcohol drinks and such. Even soft drinks they sell as well from the Hilton Hotel that was running for the convention, even for the after party. But it is ridiculous, but it is quite big, that hall, and for the event, and then it was such a good laugh. So I'm definitely going back next year for sure. But I will talk about it my next video of like the cosplay, not the cosplay, the convention lineups. Cosplays are still need to be worked sorted out and such. I mean, there's quite a lot of them are still to be confirmed. So convention videos coming up for next year. I will explain in another next video. So my next con after Kupo would be Capital Sci-Fi. Capital Sci-Fi was not too bad. So and then I enjoyed it. I mean, meeting up my friends and such. And I mean, it was quite cool. And I mean, so hanging around and such. And I mean, so it was pretty cool. I mean, so it was cool to see Keith as well running the event and such. And I mean, so he was very busy man at that point. I know the people that I met that I've not seen in ages, like my close ones. And I mean, we had a good time and such. So it was pretty cool. Nothing decent. I mean, so after the was it Capital, it was like Decon. So that Decon was on April. Basically that I was ill that time after Capital actually, so it was quite bad at that point. I said before. So but I managed to fight my way up from the illness recovery like as soon as possible, and then reached up to Decon. Decon was like one of my favorite cons. I mean, it's just that simple, easy convention to go to. And I mean, I'm quite regular going to that convention. You know, I enjoyed it for sure. It's just the fact that if I didn't go to Decon, or if I was still illness, then I would be so bad. I would be so devastated, man, if I didn't go. You know, because Decon means the world to me, man. When I first went back in 2015, when I first started. So and I've been there for a couple of years now, a really good couple of years. So I'm really happy that I'm still going. I mean, so, but yeah, it was interesting though when I went. I was cosplaying. Like I kind of regret cosplaying in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX of Asta Phoenix, so he wore a suit, and the weather was pretty hot by the way. So it was like 23 or 24 degrees, I get told, or 22. So it was really ridiculous, man, at that point. So, but the weather was really nice. The people in that con was really busy, and I thought actually. There was like two different halls for Decon event. I mean, to run it. So it was because there's like so many people came in. So that was pretty cool. I managed to meet up most of my friends and such and all that, and catched up. And then a lot of my friends who have been asking about me when I was ill, I thanked them for so much for messaging me, supporting me, and you know, and like just help me to get my speed recovery. Yeah, I thank them for that. And I mean, such. So, but no, I think like I had an amazing time for sure. I mean, for Decon, I mean, because like obviously from the after party was quite hilarious and such. Basically what happened was that the after party wise, like I managed to catch up with my friends and such. I mean, we had an amazing blast during inside the party night and such. I mean, and then I remember that during 3 o'clock in the morning, this is when the after party finishes that time. I remember people in the dancing crowds on the top floor. They were asking for one more song. That was pretty funny. It was pretty funny at that point, and I couldn't stop laughing at it at that point. And I was like, I was near the bar at that point when I heard people asking for one more song at that point, and I was just sitting there thinking, oh man, please don't. I mean, because it's gonna make it worse and worse. But they kept going. I mean, so and I think until about 3:30. I think there for one more song or 3:15. I'm not sure. I was tired as fuck, man. I can tell you that, but I was really tired. But it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that night. I mean, I was being with my friends and such. I thank my friends like Chris and Richard for supporting me and being there. We had an amazing blast for sure. I think it was Chris. I think it was who bought me a drink as well for my happy speed recovery at that point. So, which I thank him for that, and I really appreciate it. So moving on. After Decon was quite cool. I managed to catch up and all that stuff, and then after all that, The next con I went to was Rycon Spring. Rycon Spring was really interesting and it was quite fun and busy. I cosplayed as a Magnezone from Pokemon, so it's like evolution from Magnemite, Magneton, and then Magnezone. So it was okay that costume, but I feel like I could have done better. Um, it was hurting my top body, chest, shoulder, because of the weight of the armament costume. Because like I tried to make it like flatten it, and then stuff like the way it has been opened itself. As soon as I put the armor on, so I learned that how to make. I'm going to learn that how to make it properly with that outfit because that outfit needs to be back in the drawing board. I still want to cosplay Magmazone more, but it's just the fact that the first one that I did, it was okay. I could have done better. I mean, I could have done better. But yeah, it was okay. For the going to cosplay masquerade at Rycon Spring as Magmazone for Pokemon, but it's just the fact somehow I got emotion sickness for some reason. Like from before, I was on back at the backstage, and then when I got motion sickness from that point. I don't know how. Maybe the nervous, maybe the nerve, like how nervous I was and such. I'm not really entirely sure. I was nervous, but I don't know how I managed to get motion sickness. I got motion sickness before backstage and then on stage even more. So I was a bit. I don't know what's wrong with me. So it's just I don't know if I wasn't confident or too nervous even more like before I'm going on stage. But I learned a lot now so since after that. So, but yeah, I still had fun. I mean, but just making sure I don't get any motion sickness and such, and all that. But I still had a good time for Rycon. I mean, meeting all my friends and such, and then we had a good blast. Even the after party as well. The after party was a good laugh as well. So, so after Rycon, I went. I took a few months, no, a few weeks off holiday vacation. I went to Hong Kong actually for 2 weeks exactly. 2 weeks exactly that I wanted. I mean, because I was meant to go for over 2 weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, but I said to my families and relatives that I can't because obviously my work like go like the work limits of holidays I take, and also like the cons that I want to go to as well. You know what I mean? So I went there for 2 weeks. It was such a good time. I managed to get myself. Oh yeah, I managed to get myself in good shape along the way, during on May, like before I went to Hong Kong, and then after I went to Hong Kong actually. So I was in really good shape, because I managed to eat some certain foods when I was in Hong Kong, and I had to kill the diet as well. So I didn't make sure of that. But it was fun. I mean, it was fun that I caught Hong Kong. I had a good time, and I did a lot of good video vlogs along the way each and every day. It was tiring, but I had to make it. I mean, so to show you guys all my experience, the new improvement that I went to the last time I was there a couple of years ago. I was so happy that I got to do free most of the stuff that I want to do for 2 weeks in Hong Kong. I went to a lot of good shops. I went to places, the cities. I went to good meals of foods and restaurants and along the way. Went to a couple of anime shops and good figure shops and such. You know what I mean, that I wanted to go to, and then I was really happy. You know what I mean, I spent it, and I bought a half of stuff for my friends as well along the way as a gifts, holiday gifts for them. I bought stuff for myself that I needed as well on my list, and then there's still loads out there. But I know where the shops are, and I mean when I do go back in a couple of years' time. So, there's nothing's changed. I mean, well, there is a few changes every year, and I mean such, but the shops I usually go to, they'll still be there. I mean, it's still the same. I mean, so nothing's changed. So I'm really happy with that. So yeah, Hong Kong wise, I went to, what's it called, the Peak, which is it's up to like the mountain of the city view. You can see it during the daytime, and sure, if you look at it at night time, is you'll see all the night lights around it. So it's really really pretty. I mean, so it's a really nice view as well along the way. So yeah, it's just the fact that it took me 20 years to go back to that day. It's called the Peak. So I was so emotionally happy with it after when I seen it in my own two eyes. So I was really really happy with it. it's just the fact that I waited for too long and then I managed to reach up to that goal. You know, it blew my mind. I mean, I just wish my friends were there to see it. I mean, in person, because they would love it as well. Um, After that, I went to what's it called, the Harbour City, where to see there's a lot of tourist attractions going on in the Harbour City. I was there, and then there was like a view of night lights and such, and then they played the music, fireworks there. It was just so busy that weekend. I think it was that weekend. I think it was that point at the Harbour City. But yeah, I enjoyed that, man. I mean, even though it's still busy at that point because there's a lot of tourist attractions that are going on. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I mean, it was a good night that one that day, and I'll never forget it. Um, and also the third thing I saw was I went to one of the city shopping malls. It's called Satin, I think it was. Yeah. They had was it a Detective Pikachu premiere set up like displays and such statues and posters and such. And I mean, they can take photos and such. There was like a lot of kids and families in there. I mean, to to see the look at the premiere before the movie such starts and such. So I went there. Even though I didn't see the movie, I went to see the movie after when I came back from Hong Kong. So, but I got to see all the stuff that's been displayed and such. And I mean, was it statues, like a fluffy statue? I saw Detective Pikachu fluffy statue, which is quite cute and real. So I managed to get a few good photos and selfies along the way. So you'll probably see that video as well that I first experienced it. So it's like a one time off. I mean, that when I first saw it, I mean, because they don't often show it like every month. I mean, of the displays to premiere. They only show the ones that are premieres, the upcoming films and such. So which is really interesting. That I'm very lucky I saw that opportunity. So I'm very lucky. I wish my friends were here with me to go to see that, getting photos and such. I mean, I know they would love it, so for sure. But I know someday I probably will take my friends to Hong Kong, possibly. You never know, because a lot of them never been before, so they would be really up for it, interested as well. They're into anime and such, and all that, and they definitely willing to experience the city and then experience it all the other places as well. I would totally show them, but who knows? I mean, we'll see how the future holds. I mean, it is expensive to get there and travel there, but if you're with a group together and then try and work out the money together, then it should be a problem. I mean, so for spending food and all that such, I mean, it isn't too bad. It's just the same as Scottish pounds, pretty much, almost kind of like if you proxize the pounds and such. I mean, so I know how to use my money properly when I'm down there. So even though I'm spending it as a holiday treat. Moving on. After Hong Kong, I came back home. It was after exactly 2 weeks, and then next I went to was Play Expo, which is in Play Expo Glasgow. It's like a gaming convention and such mostly, but you get a few cosplays out and about. No, not that many, but I was there as to cosplay just to represent as a video game. I cosplayed was Team Aqua from Pokemon Sapphire version. I did it on Saturday and I got a few good couple photo shoots thanks to Carson. I really appreciate it for Carson. It was it was a good experience. I've not been to Play Expo since 2016, I think it was at that point. So it's been a couple of years. I've not been, and I went first back to it this year, and it was interesting for Saturday, and then it was a good chill out. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Sunday I went to I Play Expo again, and then I dressed up with another different character. This one to represent the game. I was cosplaying as Ace from Final Fantasy Type 0. I did like a summer version of it because there's two skin colors of it, so I did a summer version. So I'm happy with that one. So it was quite interesting. I did a photo shoots for that with my friend Tony, which I thank for him for that as well. So it was really good photo shots and all that. And then I took part cosplay masquerade just for the fun of it. As me as Ace from Type 0. So they play my song, the music of choice that I picked for the masquerade, and I did a couple of good poses and such on stage and felt calm, and I'm trying to be confident and to build up, from after those kind of craziness of motion sickness from back in Rycon. So yeah, I felt okay at that point after I did a couple of good posings and such, and then they announced the winners for it, and then the three judges were Robert, Mike, and Julie. They were the three judges, cosplay judges for it, and then they were announcing a couple of other people were the winners and such for the certificate rewards and such, and then somehow, um, Julie, good friends of mine, Julie, like somehow they mentioned my name, for cosplay honorary mention. Mentioned my name. I was recording, right. You'll probably see it on video in my Play Expo vlog. I almost dropped my camera when they mentioned my name for the winners, and I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Can you?" It was like, I was like that. Excuse me. So I was kind of like starstruck, but I just didn't expect it. I mean, from the judges. I mean, so I'm really I thank them for that as well, and I thank everyone that who's supporting me as well. So it's just the fact that I didn't expect I would win it. That was like one of my favorite highlight moments for this year of 2019, like winning a cosplay reward at all. I mean, so it's my first time ever winning a cosplay reward, so I'm really thankful. It's just the fact that I didn't expect it, and it took me a couple of long years to reach that stage, and I'm really thankful. And I'm hoping to, ever since after that, I feel like I want to do cosplay masquerades more, and then see if I can try and win it and such. I mean, so I'm not that too bothered, but I feel like I want to enjoy it more. If you know what I mean. So because like I want to have a good time out there. So it is kind of nerve wracking and frightening, but I want to try and break the barriers and, you know, boost my confidence when I'm down there. So, but yeah, I'm thinking of doing more cosplay masquerades and trying maybe enter cosplay competitions as well, possibly. So, if I can find the right costumes that I'm making and such, you know what I mean. So, because obviously they're asking for the evidence of your cosplay making and such, you know what I mean. If you're taking part in the big competitions. So after the Play Expo weekend, it was so much fun. And then I took the few months time off during the summer because obviously I couldn't go anywhere at that point. So it was kind of sucked. I mean, but it was like I said, it's been a quiet year for me this year. But I just feel like I wish I can go to more cons if it wasn't for the mix up confusion of the holidays of my relatives and family vacations and such. So, but now is all after that's been out of the way, so I won't be going back until a couple of years now. So, which is good for me. So yeah, it's been really quiet, and I do miss a lot of cons that I usually go to during the summer. So it's kind of it sucks. It really sucks though. I mean, I miss SunnyCon. I miss like obviously my friends went to VN Con, and then some of my friends went to MC in Manchester and all that, and then it's even Glasgow Comic Con, the local one. I mean, so I mean, but it's a shame. It's a shame I couldn't go to these cons, but it's fine. I mean, things happen. I mean, things happen in like, people's lives, even my life. But it gives me time. I mean, to like take a break and then think about my future as well. And I mean, just plan out next year for sure. And I mean, so which I've already planned out next year, which I'm going to explain in the next video on that. So after a few months and after many weeks, if I'm during the summer, my next con I went to was Glasgow Film and Comic Con. That is in Braehead, so and also that con I've not been there for the last couple of years actually. I know the last time I was in that con was back in 2015. That was the only last time I was there. So and then after a couple of years go by, it's because I didn't get a chance to go to it because obviously I was working during August because I was quite busy during the month. It's harder to get the time off and such if I'm lucky getting off and such. You know what I mean, so. It's not a big deal, you know what I mean? Such if I don't go, if I don't go. If I do go, then maybe my lucky day, I'll just go. So yeah, I went one of the days only. So like I went Saturday instead of Sunday because I was working on Sunday. So and then I got told that I was off on Saturday. I was like, all right, cool, may as well go to Glasgow Film and Comic Con then. You know what I mean, so I'm not big fussed about it. You know what I mean, may as well just go in for the sake of it. So. It was good to catch up with friends and such. You know what I mean, I went to the con to see what it looks like. Not a lot of things have changed. I mean, a lot of things have. Most of it is pretty the same. I mean, most of the con itself. I mean, if there was change any like the settings and the halls and such. I mean, not a lot has changed. I mean, most of them are quite the same. So I'm really cool with that. I mean, for sure. But there's a little bit, a few changes, not that many. I mean, so but I enjoyed it. I really did. So I can't remember what I cosplayed. Oh yeah, I was cosplaying as Zexion from Kingdom Hearts because I feel like I want to bring the Kingdom Hearts cosplay back. So of Zexion, because I used to cosplay him so many times back a couple of years ago. So I'm happy that I brought him back. So that was so much fun. I had loads of fun cosplaying him. So that point. So the con was okay. And I mean, I don't know if I'll go back. I don't know if I'm going back next year because depends on my holidays and such. I've got another con. It's the same month as that. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. After the Glasgow Film and Comic Con, it's MCM Scotland. So this is one of my favourite cons of the year. I go to every year. So I was with David and all that. We're on the road and then travelling and all that, and then meeting up with a group, my close friends of this Scottish squad. So that was really cool. But it was that weekend was really busy. I remember how busy it was from Saturday. Saturday was like the most craziest, busiest day I ever been to for the past couple of years of MCM Scotland's. I mean, that I imagined. I didn't expect it. It was hard to try and find folks on track. I mean, because I was so busy with the folk, like many crowds of people. I didn't expect it. But I remember that it was pure chaotic that we try and find folks and such, and it was kind of hard. It's kind of hard to try and find like people on track. I mean, where they are and such. So that was pretty ridiculous. I mean, that point it was pretty really ridiculous. But the cosplays wise, I wore it's quite easy. Saturday I did was it Ruby RWBY one of the villains, so it's called Mercury Black. So I cosplayed him. So I was he was one of my new ones. So it was simple and easy. I like cosplaying him. I mean, it was pretty cool. And then Sunday I cosplayed as Trainer Red from Pokemon. So it was pretty fun. I mean, it was something new that I wanted to do. So like I wanted to sort of make it simple and easy this year. So but it was a lot of fun. I mean, cosplaying both of them and meeting the voice actors from My Hero Academia is for MBCM Scotland as well. I met was it Jason who voices Dabby, and then Ian Sinclair voices Meizo Shoji as well. So which is pretty cool. I got to ask him a question as well on that point, and then also I got an autograph signed, and I got a selfie photo with the voice actor of Dabby, so which is pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. I mean, that I got to meet them in person. I mean, they were really nice guys. I mean, really nice guys, and also that I met like so many amazing new people along the way and all that, and managed to reunite with friends I've not seen in ages and all that, and it was pretty cool. And we had an amazing time for sure, and it was fun. There was a lot of fun, but it was how chaotic it was. And then I spent quite a good stuff in it, the con, but it just feels like I know it's always the same. I know they have like the same stalls and such. I mean, but I was hoping for new ones. I mean, you know, like new stalls and all that, so I can actually spend more stuff. I still spend stuff down there. I mean, it's just the fact that I want to see something new, but I don't know what ones I'm looking for. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next year? You know what I mean, but I'll still spend the stuff that I'm looking for still, because obviously it's like a holiday weekend treat. You know what I mean? So I'll still go, like for buying stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, after that, MCM Scotland, it was Rycon Winter. Yeah, Rycon Winter. It was interesting convention that I cosplayed one of my one of my favorite characters and one of my new debuts. Was Final Fantasy 13 Hope. The reason I cosplayed him because I grew up playing Final Fantasy 13 when I was a teenager, because my older brother introduced it to me at that point, and I really like the game and all that, even though a lot of people don't like it, because obviously I don't know if either it's the characters and such. I mean, but personally myself, I liked it because I grew up with it. So I cosplayed Hope, and then a lot of people really liked my Hope cosplay. It was really ridiculous, and I found it like I didn't expect it, but I felt good actually, cosplaying Hope. So I'm hoping to cosplay him more actually. So just to inform you that. So yeah, I enjoyed it when I cosplayed Hope, and then when I was on stage at the Rycon cosplay masquerade, I didn't expect how loud the crowds were in the hall. It was just like it feels like echo, but you couldn't hear like anything else at that point, and I just feel the lights from the stage. It's bright on. The lights are so bright on the stage, and then you can barely see anyone audience at that point. So I feel like I was just like I don't know if I can see the audience now. It's just kind of like it almost blinded my eyes at that point because how the lights are so bright at that point. Also, that I added was it goggles, cyberpunk goggles onto it, just for the fun of it. So I did that just for the sake of it. You know what I mean, it was like almost last minute before getting called up on stage, so I may as well just put it on and now just for a laugh. And then it was in backstage off the Rycon at that point for the cosplay masquerade, and there were some folks that seen me put on the cyberpunk goggles, and then they were like, "Oh my gosh, man!" It was like didn't expect it, but a lot of people really like my goggles of the neon lights of it. So and they were like, you know what, I want to get one of those. So I had that since after MCM Scotland weekends because like just for the fun of it. So I'm very thankful. I mean that I got it. I mean because I've been waiting for these goggles, the neon light goggles, for a couple of years, just for the fun of it. So I'll be wearing that a couple of times during for different convention next year for my cosplays and such that I'll be wearing, plus the after party as well. And that I'll be wearing it for a laugh. But yeah, I'll never forget it. And then I'll never forget my friend Rebecca and Claire that they made like a fan. Was it fan signs I think of it for me, so it's just quite hilarious. So I wish I got it in video, but I seen it in person when I was on stage and they were in front of the audience at that point. I was just like, I can't believe they made that. I thought they were bluffing, but they actually made that for the sake of it. But if you're watching this, Claire and Rebecca, I really appreciate that. I still find it funny, and I found it really I found it awesome as well. But yeah, it's still funny though at that point. I mean, but it was really nice of you, and I mean, I really appreciate that. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really really cool. And then the after party was really fun. It was a good laugh, and then I was having such a good blast. I mean, hanging around with folks, and then just having a amazing time. I mean, and then the musics they play in that during that after party of Rycon, it was so much good. It felt good. The music was so much fun, and then they played the Pokemon theme song in the end, which is funny. And then it is really funny as heck. I mean, but yeah, I enjoyed that night. That night was really cool. So, so after Rycon, winter, there was one last con that I went to this year. A couple of weeks ago, I went to MCM Birmingham November. That's my first time ever going to MCM Birmingham because I've never been to it before. I heard people who go there and people talk about it and such. So I know they have that con every March and every November. So I decided to go to the November one to see what it looks like, and I didn't expect how good it was actually when I first went. I mean, the con is very different compared to MCM London that I went to and then MCM Scotland as well. So because of the atmosphere and the halls they have, so it's pretty ridiculous. The last time I was in Birmingham was it for KitterCon weekend. It was back in 2015. But that I didn't go in that NEC place though. I was only there for Hilton, for the convention only. So, I didn't even get a chance to look around in all other places and such. So, because obviously it's been run like a convention for the Hilton back then. I was staying at Hilton with my friend David because I think there were only two of us at that point from Glasgow. I think that it's still a fact that. We both really enjoyed ourselves, and I thank David for taking me on the tour to look around the halls and such. I mean, before the con started and even during the con as well, because I didn't expect how good it was. For the stalls, the people that I met, the people that I've not seen over a year and such since last year and since CooperCon. It was such a massive reunion. I mean, I felt quite emotional since after Sunday, I would say, because it felt big. I mean, I just felt like I felt like I'm glad I took this opportunity to go to MC in Birmingham. I mean, because to see if I didn't go, then I'd probably be end up regretting it. I mean, so this offer, so I took it anyway and such. I mean, so for this offer, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, at the end of the day, but I cosplay. If you guys are wondering what I cosplayed Zexine from Kingdom Hearts again from Saturday, and then Sunday I cosplay as Denki Calamari from My Hero Academia because it's been a while I haven't cosplayed him, but I did cosplay him a couple of times for photo shoots and such. You know, so I decided to cosplay him for that convention because like I know there's My Hero Academia cosplays out there, so but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and the one that really amazes me that I'm really happy. One of my favorite good way to end the con season would be meeting the two voice actors of My Hero Academia, like two new ones that. Basically, me and David got to meet voice Monica Rio voices Froppy, so which is pretty cool, and she did a couple of voice impressions and such that were right in front of us. I looked at David and I think David looked at me. We were like, oh my gosh, man! I mean, she actually spoke in that voice, so it was pretty funny. So David got the photo with the voice actor of Froppy, and he got his autograph signed on his pop figure, so which is pretty cool. I got myself autograph signed from the prince. It was pretty nice. I mean, I got to speak to them and such. I mean, she was really nice. I mean, she was really sound. She does a lot of voice for anime voice characters from the different series. I think she voiced Dragon Ball Z as well. I think she voices Bulma. I think so. And also she voices one of the characters from Fairy Tail. I can't remember what character it was, but I kind of recognise it, but I can't remember the name. But yeah, it was really cool. I mean, meeting the Monica, and then a couple of hours after meeting Monica Rio, we both met. Me and David both met. My favourite voice actor would be Kyle Phillips, who voices Denki Calamari. I was super freaking nervous like before meeting him because I wasn't even sure what my reaction is going to be like when I first met him and such. And before I met him, right, basically what happened was we're in the line of the queue to see Monica Rio, and then the voice actor of Denki was Kyle Phillips. He came out and he saw my cosplay. I wish I got on a video, guys, but I was going to explain to you anyway. He saw my cosplay. And he was like saying to me when I was dressed up as Denki, he was like, I love your cosplay, by the way. And I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, David witnessed it, man. I mean, and then some other strangers witnessed it as well. And I'm just like, oh, what the heck? I was just like jaw dropped. I wish I got it on video, but I know all the experience that I witnessed it, and now I'll never forget it. And I was super like jaw dropped. I was just like, no way! I can't believe he said that. I mean, so, and it was amazing how you liked my cosplay. I mean, it was such an amazing highlight moment. And then when I met him in person, he was such a nice chill out guy. And I was like, I said to him, I'm a super big fan of yours and such, and I mean, he's like, he's like one of my favorite characters and such, and then he was like, oh, cheers, man, and then we managed to get good selfie photos, and then and also that we got a derpy face photo together as well, because one of my friends asked me to do the derpy face photo with him as a challenge, so we managed to do that for a laugh, and then we did it. Oh, so funny. And I got an autograph signed from him as well at that point, and we talked a good couple of minutes, and then I asked him about a question as well about his design, the design of the character, what he think about it. I mean, before he got the role and such, when he first saw it, before he played it, so it was pretty cool. There was just the fact that I'll never forget the highlight moment that I first met him, and then I'm hoping to meet him. I want to meet him again for sure, because he's like my favorite voice actor. I mean, for sure. We talked about like good couple minutes about My Hero Academia and such. I mean, so it was pretty cool. My friend David witnessed it as well, so he was there next to me and such. It was just the fact that it was one of my favorite weekends by far. It was a really good highlight moment that I'll never forget. One of my favorite highlight moments from 2019, meeting Kyle Phillips that voices Denki. I was literally like like so happy after like finished the autograph signing after meeting him. I was just screaming. I would just feel so happy. I mean, I never knew how happy I was, man, at that point. Um, if he does come to MCM again, like either MCM London or MCM Scotland, I would probably be definitely meet him again for sure. Probably will cosplay Denki again just to meet him. So I think he'd probably recognise me at that point if I did. I mean, so but yeah, it was one of my favourite good ways to end the con season. I mean, so it was totally worth it and no regrets and all that. And also I spent a lot of money on stalls and such. I mean, I only spent a good budget of money, a good amount of budget, but somehow I bought a lot of stuff, which is really ridiculous. So, but no, I had an amazing time. I mean, I really love MC in Birmingham. I really enjoyed it. But now some of my friends are asking me, "Are you coming? Are you going back next year or at some point?" I mean, but I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. I don't think March, because March is way too soon for me, because I don't think I'll be available at that point. I wouldn't mind, but I don't think I'm ready or even available at that time. November wise, I could, yes, it's possible, because obviously there's not a lot of mini cons during November or December, I guess. I mean, as far as I know, I could be wrong. I mean, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, so but end of the day, this year's been a roller coaster ride. It's been okay, good times and bad times, but I still enjoy the good times that I always remember. And then even the cosplays as well. Even though I didn't go to that many conventions this year. I went to do a lot of cosplay photo shoots, which keeps me boosted confidence and such. So it was not too bad, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes and all that for next year and all. So, but yeah, this is my this year of 2019 of my highlights of it. So, but I don't know what's gonna happen next for next year. But I will do my next video of conventions that I'm going to be attending to, or even maybes or two still to be confirmed and such. So I will do that on my next video as well, a couple of weeks or even a couple of days as well coming up. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching my of my hearing my experience of my 2019, my like how my year has been this year for it. So I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna take a break. I will do another video of my conventions coming up next year, 2020, like I said. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.